Recording data. On Facebook. Facebook's up.
You see the interactive voice chat. John, what I did on your phone, I was watching it live because it says box for operators John, so I have find all the messages, but that's just yeah, it'll be like a colorful ring.
Okay. We are live.
A group chat. John, that's you text me.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah.
John, who texted me?
I don't know.
John. John.
We got somebody on our Facebook.
2 people. 3 people now. Anybody on our TikTok? Hello, Barry. Hello, Barry. Who's on our?
I think it's Dad. Maybe. Might be time for some new.
Click on the viewer button.
Nothing happens. Getting our audio figured out real quick. Let us know if it's too loud, too quiet. This, that, and the third, whatever it is. But for anybody new to the stream, welcome in. If you want to pop your names in the chat, so I can say hi, get to know you guys, the founders circle. But what are you up to?
This guy just got my first, filled in my first doe tag, or no, my second now.
Second doe tag.
Yeah, so second year hunting, drew 2 doe tags last year and now this year. So hunting's doing good, but I didn't fill in my cow elk tag because they were just, I don't know how to explain it. So I hunted kind of by the Druzy unit, right?
Where's that?
Druzy unit is over by Burns. So here's
Okay.
Burns, and it's like up here. And all the elk were up at Calamity because what happened was it rained so much, and they're like, it rains so much up there that they're like, we don't need to come down for fresh water or grass or any feed because there's enough green feed up there. So they all stayed up there because they had all the resources they needed, because if you had a home with all the stuff, then why would you just
Why would you move?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, makes
Because
sense.
so it's rained a lot this year, which is good for fire season. Fire season last year was so bad, but
Yeah.
this year it rained so much, so now none of the elk came down. We jumped, so we went into this draw and we jumped them, and we were following their tracks for about a mile. And you can see where we were. They smelled us in the wind.
Mm-hmm.
We can see all their tracks scattered, and they're like scrambling away, and they took off. So that's the first time, and then that's all we saw. We talked to other people that had a youth elk tag. Like, no one saw anything at all.
Anything after that?
Yeah, anything after that or before, no one saw. Everybody we talked to like 13 people,
Mm-hmm.
and all of them had tags for something up there, and they see no elk at all. Like,
But you were able to fill your doe tag.
yeah, I filled my doe tag, but I could not fill my cow. I know,
Dang.
first cow elk tag, I didn't fill it, but next year, hopefully I'll draw, and I'll get that long cow elk tag.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, that's pretty cool though.
yeah.
Oh, sorry guys, I gotta fix this live stream. So TikTok people,
We got 3 on there.
mm-hmm.
How much on TikTok?
2 people. What's up guys? Good to see you. So when you got your doe, what'd you end up shooting it then?
So when I was getting my doe, I got my first buck and my first doe with the same gun. I was gonna get my first cow elk with that gun also. But I shot it with a 243 Leopold scope, which I think that's also on our website.
It is on our website.
Yeah, so the
We do have
Leopold
Leopold.
scope, it's my grandma's, and Grandpa, he keeps it dialed in right on the dot.
Too bad you can't shoot it right.
Yeah. No, I do. I shoot it good. But he keeps it on the dot. He's
Yeah.
retired. He doesn't have anything else better to do. But he keeps all the guns just dialed in. Everything. Just dialed in. Because, well,
I mean, you have to. Those, when you need the gun the most, that's when it better, better be accurate.
yeah, because all of us grandkids, we use it, and that's to put food on the table.
Mm-hmm.
And so, 243 Leopold scope. I was like, Grandpa, can I please have some nozzle partition? And my grandma was like, no, I got them for my birthday. And I was like, geez, Grandma, I'll give you a hug, and how about that? She's like, no, those are mine. And I'm like, hey, Grandpa, do you think I can use some nozzle partition? And he's like, yeah, come on, I'll get you some.
Come on.
And he didn't have like a box, so he just threw them in a Ziploc bag and took them. He had this Toyota 4Runner.
Mm-hmm.
Thing's a beast.
Dude, those
And
things are legendary hunting rigs.
Like, they are, you would be surprised what it can and can't do. Like, it's going up here, and he's bouncing in the freaking desert. They're, like, crazy, and my dad just put some new suspension coils on it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was
That thing is ripping through the forest.
ripping through the desert, through the forest, and
That's
crazy.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And basically, like, we just have our good old, we call them something I can't say on here, but some donuts, right? The white powder, they got that white powder on them, they're jelly filled, and my papa, not my grandpa, but my papa, he always had that, some of those donuts with Diet Coke hopping in a hunting rig,
Mm-hmm.
going out
The
there.
true hunter's breakfast.
Yeah, and my dad, so my papa isn't with us anymore, but my dad used to hunt with him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And so he learned a bunch of his knowledge from him. So basically, he was telling me all this stuff, and did you guys know, like apparently after a burn happens out in the woods,
Mm-hmm.
the bull elks go in there and they eat the dirt.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
they eat the dirt because it has so much nutrients from all the burned trees, and it gives them such good nutrients. And I'm
I
like,
guess that makes sense.
yeah, and my papa, he was a well of knowledge for elk hunting, and like it was sad because none of us grandkids got to go hunting with him, but
Mhm.
it's still nice to carry on those traditions of just something as simple as donuts.
Yeah.
And so we were up there, donuts, Pop-Tarts. The family tradition is just to quit off of your healthy eating.
No more
and just-
dieting, huh?
Yeah, no more dieting, because you're hiking it all off anyways. Hike about 4 miles a day.
Oh yeah.
So,
Easily.
yeah,
On some of those hunts. That's crazy.
yeah, minimum. And trying to keep up with my dad, I'm like he's like just going through, and I'm like, whoo, like. But I keep up with him, and all my other sisters are like, he is hard to keep up with. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, we all agree on that.
Grandma Sherry, she said, I went deer hunting and saw a deer. I kept looking at it and couldn't shoot it. It was Bambi.
Oh, funny thing, I actually relate to you because I had my 410, right? My little 410, I was about 11, 10,
Mhm.
10 or 11. And I had my little 410, black, tiny, and I was ready. And I saw look out the forerunner window, there's a little squirrel standing up
A
on a
little
stump.
squirrel.
And it's looking up at me, and I load a bullet in, and I'm like, and I stare at it. I'm like, I don't think I can do
I
it.
can't do it.
And it's just then it scurries off, and I'm like, no, I really wanted to just get him. And
But you couldn't quite get yourself to get
yeah,
there,
it's
huh?
called when that happens. It's called deer fever, elk fever.
Yeah,
But
I've heard of that.
I got squirrel fever.
Squirrel fever.
Yeah, I was like, whoa. And yeah, I'm like, I was disappointed in myself and stuff. I'm like, could I not just get a little squirrel?
Yeah, and I've heard a lot about that. People would get I've heard it called most of the time buck fever, and I follow a few archery hunters, and they're talking about how they get in front of a big old huge,
Yeah.
buck, and they're all the way back, and they're dialed, and they're looking, and they're just so their adrenaline's pumping so hard they can't lock down a shot, or they try to and they miss, and,
Yeah, because it seems easy, but once you're really right there, the buck is standing right in your face, and he's like,
broadside,
Yeah,
ready to just
broadside.
get punched.
and it seems easy, all you have to do is just, but he's just staring right at you, and you're like, and it takes about 3 seconds before you actually pull that, and
Yeah.
yeah, but for my doe, actually, I took my hunter safety, and I should know this, but instead of my hunter safety, never shoot from a moving vehicle. And it wasn't moving, but my dad, he was driving, and I slammed on the brakes, and I got that 243, and he was like, what? And he's like,
Where?
Right there. And at this point, we were desperate. It was the third day I had to go home tomorrow. So I'm like, shh. And he's sitting right here, and I lean over him. He rolls up the window, and I just see it in my scope. And I went, gadoosh! And I'm like, I see it. So there's this thing, when you get a dead shot, it crow hops to where it bucks up in the air, and that's how I know if you get a good shot or if you need to put another one in.
Yeah.
It crow hopped, circled around, and I'm not gonna tell you guys all the details. It was pretty sad, but you gotta put meat on the table, and that's the main reason why hunters like.
Yeah, that's from what I hear a lot. Most hunters hunt for the meat, and obviously you have some people who are trophy hunting, but most of them are there to get food on the table, and that's why I think our whole concept is so beautiful. It's because we're based on the community. It's allowing people to do that.
And you know what? Those trophy hunters, they don't have any kids. They don't have no one to provide for. I mean, most of them, and they get all this fancy stuff and all decked out in camo. But then there's these other hunters that are just trying to get some food on the table.
Yeah, that's exactly
for
right.
their kids. And so what our kind of concept is we offer cheaper stuff so you can put food on the table for your family, or if you just want to have some fun.
Which, I mean, it is cheaper, yes, but it's still the same stuff everybody uses.
Yeah.
Which is really nice.
Yeah, so like you can be one of those hunters that hunt for your family.
One of those hunters.
Yeah, one of those hunters. But you can be hunting for your family and have just as snazzy and good gear as a trophy hunter.
Guys.
Yeah, and that's what makes it really important, because we're for the community and we want those families to get some food on the table.
Yep, and that's $98 a year for our membership.
Yeah.
So you mentioned before you went through your hunter safety course.
So
How was that?
So I went up in the Grand here, and I did it, and right above the Grand, and I was in there, and of course, as everybody knows, I've grown up hunting my whole entire life, and my dad has taught me everything and more that the hunter safety could have taught me. So I was like,
you were dialed.
yeah, I'm like. But I was like, dude, I don't think I'm going to do this right. Like, I'm scared, and I thought it was going to be way harder. But in the Grand, no offense to all the Grand citizens, but all the city people, they did not know what they were doing. And I saw some of the test scores, and I'm like, 40 out of 60, 30 out of 60? How does that happen? And I got done first, 60 out of 60. Because I'm like, dude, this is easy. This is all common sense. So if you're ever scared, no matter what age, if you're ever scared to take your hunter safety, it is beyond easy. Like, it's really just common sense. And then we go out and we shoot 22 little rifle, and everybody's missing, and I go.
Did you go and just? Oh yeah.
And I got 10 out of 10, but I kind of pretty much crushed my hunter safety course.
That's cool.
So.
Okay.
Oh.
No,
Yeah.
22. It's such a small round, but it's so fun to shoot.
Yeah.
Like,
especially
there was a single action 8-round revolver that I was using, and you can you have all those cool tricks you can do with it in your hand, and you're doing all this stuff, and you come up and you pop the target a few times, and you go back around. Those things are so cool.
Yeah, little revolver. You can just but that 22 I was shooting iron sight, and it wasn't too far out. It was about 20 yards out, but yeah, it was not that far out. So it was pretty easy, but for some of the people, they were like, and it just, and I'm
They're like, pew!
Yeah, it's like, whoa! And I'm like, and I always think, I'm like, I should have some, like, mercy on these people, because they probably haven't grown up with it as much as I have.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get off my high horse, and I'll
be nice.
Yeah, I'll be humble. I'll be humble. But when I was little, so shout out to Pastor Sharon and Papa Don. they were really good friends of my papa, and they were a pastor at our church, and Papa Don got us these little 22s. There were those crickets, and with the little lock and everything, single shot. You have to load one in, shoot it,
And then do it. Yep.
yeah, do it all again. And I had a laser scope on it, and it was so fun for me to learn. And I still have them to this day. I'm like, dude, this used to be so big.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Pull it out of the safe and you look and it's about that long.
yeah, it's about.
But it's like when you were younger, that thing was a full
That
blown
thing
gun.
was like,
That
whoa!
was a full
That
blown
was like-
firearm.
That was like a 300 Ultra Mag to me when I was little. And But even when I was little, I was shooting my 240 or my grandma's 243, and just
Yep.
getting used to that is really important when you first start out, no matter what age. Just starting out with something light and not being too like
Nothing like super crazy big or
Yeah.
intimidating.
like
yeah.
I'm a man, like I'm a full grown man, I should get this 308 Win Mag. Like no, you should start out with
No.
a 243
Yeah.
and just learn it. And once you learn it, you can slowly work your way up. Because I've seen people that have just went straight to the 300 Ultra Mag or the 308 Win Mag.
It about kicks their shoulder off.
Yeah.
And don't know what they're doing.
Just like
That
dog
actually-
takes it.
Yep, that reminds me a lot of when I first started kind of getting outdoors, getting a little older. I had a little bow. It was like basically a longbow, but there's little cogs on there that were like this big, and you pull that back, and you're at this point for me it'd only be about this far, but when I was that age, I was 8 or so probably,
Yeah.
and you pull it back, and you come all the way back, and the first time ever shooting a bow, I pull all the way back. I'm at a range, and I let it go, and the string whacked the crap out of my forearm. It felt like I had just been scalped
Well, you
by
pro-
the bow.
You probably learned.
Oh
You're
yes,
like,
I did.
You're like, ooh.
I think I cried all day.
Yeah,
But
everybody in my family has been really big archery hunters, but I've just done rifles, and I'm thinking about maybe next year I'll get into archery.
yeah,
Because I've heard
Shooting-
it's super fun.
I have a Bowtech Solution SS. That thing is so fun to shoot. I mean, it's more geared for 3D, but you could still use it for hunting.
Yeah.
But it's so fun to just get up there. You know, you pull that bow back, and you're dialed in, and you're anchored, and you're looking, and you're just there's no worries. You're just here, and then you hit bullseye, and you're like, oh yeah, that's
yeah.
that's
Oh,
what this
yeah.
is all about.
Yeah. And my dad was telling me about this story.
Mm-hmm.
He was out in the desert where we were, because he's been everywhere. I mean, he's been out in the forest since he was 12.
Yep.
Or not even, like 6. He started hunting on his own when he was 12. And so he's, every little place he's like, you know, right in this draw, I shot a big old buck out. Or
And he was
bull
like,
elk.
37 years ago. It's
Yeah.
like, Dad, you were 6.
Dad, you were 6. And yeah, I was like, he's like right in the draw. And so apparently, you guys need to be careful of this, because when your rangefinder, he was out with my uncle, and he got dialed in on this bull elk with his 300 mag, I think,
Mm-hmm.
and he had a right on it, and he's like, you know, that looks a little far, and my uncle was like, nah, that's like 200 yards, you got that. Little does he know, his rangefinder bounced off a bush. So that thing was about 450 yards out. And he's
Yep.
like, no, that does not look like 200 acres, or
What's
200
up, Aaron?
yards. And I'm like, you know what? If someone ever did that to me, I would just kick him out of my car. I'm like, dude, go.
Yeah, it's like, tell you what, come back when you get a rangefinder out Fox Outfitters, so that you
Yeah.
know it works.
So you know it works. And learn how to use it also.
Exactly.
So, yeah, it's just little stories like that and just getting
Oh,
out.
that reminds me. So I have, on my bow, I have just this crappy little sight that I bought at somewhere in town. And the pins go 20, 30, 40, and 60. So I'm shooting at this bag that we made at 60 yards, and I'm hitting it pretty good. And I'm like, man, I want to go out to 100. So I go out to 100, and I'm trying to dial my bow in, but I just can't. The pin only goes to 60.
Yeah.
And so I'm using the bubble in my level at the bottom of my scope to try to dial in on this target that's 100 yards out. I only have 5 arrows, and I think I lost 3 of them, trying to hit the target once. And then I leave, and I was just devastated.
Devastated.
Now I gotta buy more arrows.
Because like the thing is, when you're shopping for stuff in town, there's not a lot of wide variety up in the grand,
not even close.
or even anywhere close to us.
Or if you find what you're looking for, I mean, I hope you're prepared to cut your leg off
Yeah.
and pay
And
for it that
give
way.
an arm and a leg. Like,
Yeah.
wow. But, I mean, again, that's our goal, to just get a wide variety. You
Yeah, with Fox
order it,
Hill.
yeah, you order it in, and we have it here for you, because right now this is a retail, so you can order in, and it'll arrive here. We can give that to you, and
Well, that would be for like firearms and stuff. But
Yeah.
otherwise, it's drop shipped directly to your door.
yeah, like, I'm pretty sure ammunition.
I actually tested that. Yeah, I was like, dude, there's no way this actually works. And I think I bought a box of like 9mm Federal.
Mm-hmm.
Showed right up to my door like 2 days later. I'm like, dude, this is crazy.
Dude, this is
so nice.
I mean, I wish I could test it out.
So it's like a Wednesday, and I get a text from my buddies, and they're like, "Yo, range day Saturday," and I'm like, "Sick," but I don't want to spend $150 on ammo.
Literally, and
And
like
instead,
a dollar.
Yeah,
$1,
exactly.
a dollar. You're like, you know what, guys? I think I'm
like,
gonna
wow,
sit out on this one.
this was great. This was fun. I went through one magazine.
Yeah, I just spent about $10 right there, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
that
I'll
was
see you guys.
that was before Fox Hill, but now.
But now,
But now, by the time I get done spending $100, I'm 4 boxes of ammo richer than what I would have spent at the other box stores.
yeah,
So.
and like a couple boxes of ammunition, that pays for your membership. Like it pays for itself, and it's like, I mean, I really wish I could test out the website, but rules and regulations, laws,
Yeah,
whatever.
you're not quite 18 yet.
No,
So
yeah,
you
yeah,
got a few years.
whatever.
But tell you what, it's really nice. So
Yeah, come on, don't need to rub it in my face.
it is what it is, and that is $98 a year for a membership, and if you paid for that in the fall, and you do your hunting, and you go through the winter, and then finally it's spring, and you're like, I want to go outside. Oh yeah, I have this subscription to Fox Hill, which you still have. You only paid $98 for it, and then you're good to go.
I mean, or you could get a lifetime and you're like, you know what, I have this for the rest of my life.
Oh,
Like,
that's true.
if
You never
you're-
have to think about it again.
yeah, if you're like planning on doing it for like the rest of your life, like you're good.
Yeah, and that's $898, and there's only a select few left. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
there's
it's
just
exclusive.
a few left, but the first 10,000 members are part of our inner circle of the founder circle.
Really?
Yeah, the first 10,000 people are like the most important. So
Nice. Yeah.
don't feel bad if you're 10,001. We might make an
Yeah,
exception.
maybe if you could shoot us an email.
Yeah,
then
pleading
maybe.
your case.
Pleading your case.
No, I love it. I love Fox Hill's concept because it's not about saving one person a buck. It's about saving families across America, all this money so that they can,
Yeah, so they
spend
can
it on new
hunt
suspension for their forerunners.
for their forerunners. No, it's like, have you ever went to one of the butchers and maybe out of town or whatever
it's
town?
crazy.
It's like so much money for
Mhm.
just, even if you're just by yourself and you just want some steak for the week.
Well, I bought some bratwurst from a local butcher, and I'm like, paying $17 for 4?
Yeah.
I'm like, geez, I wish I could save some freaking money somewhere.
Yeah, so that's like the main reason why my family hunts and why it's such a big tradition is because, you know, it's putting food on the table and you
Yeah,
don't have
that's
to pay
exactly right.
17 bucks per steak at anywhere. And you can just have this whole deer, cut it up, and hang it.
Yep.
Well, hang it, then cut it up, then package it up. And I've gotten so fast at packaging meat. I'm like, woo! I'm like a
You're like
Chipotle
a
worker. I'm like, I do it so
the
fast.
butcher wizard.
The butcher wizard. And
There you go.
yeah, I gutted and I skinned my own deer. And, you know, there's some like, yeah, there's like pros and cons of hunting. Pros, save money, have fun, just just straight up blast. But the cons, getting your hands bloody and just, gutting it, like all that nasty stuff.
Yep.
And
It's the thought of hunting, and hunting in itself is the fun part, but then the cleanup happens. And then
and
it's
you're like, but we just got a new house at my dad's, and we have a shop, and we have this chain thing, and we hang it up.
oh,
and,
that's cool.
yeah, and we skin it, and then cut off the pieces of meat, and yeah, it's just super fun, and just gets the family together. Like, hey, do you guys want to go? Do you guys want to come help me skin? And the Thanksgiving cow hunt, that is when everybody is getting together, like 15 tags in our family.
Jeez,
I
yeah.
know. So we're filling up shops, and we're like where are
Does
we gonna
anybody
go?
have a spare freezer?
Does anybody? And there's this guy called he's one of our relatives. His name is Frank, and he has this freezer. And I promised him, I'm like, if I can use your freezer for my elk, then I'll give you the heart and the liver for your dog.
Yep.
And he's like, all right. And then maybe a package of backstraps. I didn't get that elk because they're all up in Calamity.
Ah, dang
But
it.
I did kill my deer, and I got the heart and liver for him. So I had the heart and liver, and I was like, and I had to carry that. I had to carry that all the way into town. I was like, ooh.
Just dripping.
Yeah, I was like, ooh.
Oh,
And-
that's crazy.
But that's like real hunting. Like, it kind of gets out your human primal instincts. You're like, and then also, like, it's just like, if you guys have ever like not hunted before, you really should. It is a blast, and it's really not that hard to get into. Like, it's actually quite easy once your human primal instincts kick in. You can start sniffing them out. I'm just kidding, but taking your hunter safety, no matter what age, it's just maybe like it's really handy in the future, because like maybe your buddies want to go hunting, and you just have your hunter safety that's there. Trying to convince some of my friends. I'm like, come on, just get your hunter safety, and once I'm 16, I'll take you up and show you how to hunt.
Yep, there you go.
But yeah, it's definitely a blast.
Yep. So, out of all of the firearms you've tested, which one is your favorite? 'Cause for me, I've got a very clear winner.
So obviously for me, it's that 243. That's why I chose it for my two first tags,
Yep.
because it is just the perfect fit for me, and just always dialed in, perfect amount of kick, and that, like, it's just my favorite.
Yep.
And it's also like a family, like, it's my grandma's. It's gonna get passed down to my dad, getting passed down to one of us kids, hopefully me.
Hopefully you.
Hopefully me.
Hopefully you.
And
And you know where to get your ammo too.
yeah, I know where to get my ammo. Those
New
nozzle
skulls,
partitions.
new Picatinny rails, anything like that.
Yeah, but it's and my favorite handgun is probably, I really want to get a 9mm. It's just small, little versatile, little sleek. And I'm like, maybe I should get like hot pink or something.
Hot pink.
So everybody knows
I
I'm
like
a
it.
girl. For everybody, for all those girl shooters and all those girl hunters. You know, you want to feel feminine in such a male-dominated, like, a
Yep.
hobby. But I think I'm just gonna get a black one, and you know we'll get that when I'm come of age. And I shot yours, right? You
Yeah.
remember when we all went up shooting, and it didn't have that bad of a recoil
Got a heavy
because
slide.
yeah, it's got a real heavy slide. But
I love that.
it was
That's
just my favorite.
the Canik TP9, I think.
yeah, what's your favorite gun?
Well, my all-time favorite gun to shoot is the, so I shot I forget who made it because it's my buddy's dad's gun, but it was a 45-70 lever action
Ooh.
with reloaded rounds, and they were over pressure, whatever it was. The rounds were packed some heat.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there and you pop one off and you're like, whoa, like,
Whoa!
and then you get that real nice
Just-
lever, because I mean he keeps it so clean, and you pop a few off, pop, pop. Oh, that was fun.
You know, I really love like anything as simple as lever action 22s.
Those are fun too.
Those are fun, and we also have this 30-30 lever action. Iron sight, that's what I was gonna use on my doe, but in desperate times, calls for desperate measures, and I just pulled out that 243 and I was
You-
wow.
Whatever you could get your hands on.
Yeah, I was just, and it's so fun because it a little more kick than the 243, and you
Yep.
just iron sight,
Damn.
and it is a fun gun. And with iron sights, like it's a little bit of a challenge, but a fun challenge.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's what I have almost exclusively used is iron sights on.
And
Yeah,
they're
all-
a little bit harder for hunting because if something's really far away and you really have to practice with it.
Right.
So I went up shooting the week before my elk hunt, and I went up with that dialed in, as always. And yeah, I went up and shot it, and it was very, very fun. And so, yeah, I love lever actions. They're just a whole new game since bolt actions, but also just the original feel of bolt action firearms. They're just
Yep. And actually, one of the best shots I ever had was with a 308.
oh,
I
those
think
kick.
those are so fun to shoot, and I hit by God's grace and pure luck. I hit a bright yellow lighter at 130 yards.
Wow.
This was like
With iron sight
8
or-
years ago. It was scoped. I think it was an 8 times.
Yeah.
But 130 yards, I hit a lighter.
See, that's something you
And-
shoot an elk with. A bull elk, you just
Bam!
bam, and then they scurry away. So fun just to follow the blood trail, and then
Yeah.
just on top of all that fun and saving money and
hmm
just putting food on the table for your family.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Anyone watching? If you could put where you're at in the chat, I want to say hi. Meet some of our, people who are keeping track of us.
Yeah, Grandma Sherry.
But yeah, that's with Fox Outfitters. That's $98 a year.
Nice.
Yep, saving money, living in the forest.
What was that motto you came up? From the ridge to the range?
Oh, from the range to the ridge, your membership covers it all.
That is, wow, that's tough.
You got to say it with a little accent though. So you're like, from the range to the ridge,
From the
your
ridge
membership
to the ridge.
it all.
Buckle up.
Still a work in progress.
Nice.
So.
Yikes.
Gotta lock that one in a little more before we really advertise it.
Yeah.
But one of the nice things about Fox Hill is the dealer price,
Yeah.
and so you're saving so much.
Yeah, we're not trying to keep all the money for ourselves. We're trying to give it back to the community, back to everybody, all you guys out there. Just, trying to keep it affordable.
Mhm.
So, because when you go out shooting with your buddies, you're not like a dollar. It's more like 50 cents. 50
Yeah,
cents.
exactly.
So,
Shoot twice as much.
yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like you've done a lot of hunting though.
Yeah, I've grown up with it, and it's always seemed normal for me, and just, I find it very, very fun, and
Yep.
yeah, I love it. It's one of my favorite hobbies, hunting and fishing. Just,
Fishing is fun for me, but I think I've caught 4 fish my entire life.
see,
So-
I hear you boys talking about fishing, and I'm like, where are you guys going to? The ditch?
The wrong
Like,
places apparently.
Each fishing trip, I catch about 15, and when we go to the Hawaii's, I catch about 30 to 45. Like
Whatever, dude.
we go
No
we go
weird
to
flex.
the Hawaii's, not Hawaii, the Hawaii's, and we catch a bunch of crappie, and we get a bunch. We bring in about 150, and we fillet those up, and we have them for about a year in the freezer, and they're crappie tacos. Those are so good.
Happy time.
Crappie tacos, and I don't know. I'm not really a big bass fan, but I mean, I'll eat it sometimes just to try.
You have to.
But have you ever had those? I think they're called morellos. They're
Morels, I haven't.
like they're mushrooms.
Morels?
Morel.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, morel. Ooh, my uncle, he cooks them up. They taste like steak.
Yeah, I had sauteed morels one time on a steak, and it was so weird because you eat the steak and then you eat the mushroom and you're like, this
What's
is
the
just a
difference?
chewy steak.
Yeah, like he cooks it up with a blue cheeseburger.
I bet that is
So good, especially after a long day of fishing or hunting, or you bite into that burger and you're like,
Yeah, I bet that is so nice.
yeah, it is. It tastes so freaking good. Like, and just going up and picking them too. It's fun to be with the family. You like find a bunch and you're like, I found so much, and then it's like,
There was one time I was up in Mount Emily, and I was just kind of putting along, and we were all just walking and having fun, and I see this patch of morels, and there's a few of them there. There's probably 5 or 6, and then there's a couple of blonde ones, and then I moved like this leaf, and there was one that was like this tall. It was like 8 inches tall. It was a tree of a morel. It was crazy. And so, you when you pick it, you dig as far down as you can, and then we went to get to sell it, and the guy cut the entire stem off and just weighed the top part, and I was like, come on, dog, that's like 2 full mushrooms that you just threw away.
like that part is still edible. But thing about Mount Emily, the dream is to get an elk tag in Mount Emily.
Dude, they're hard to get.
30 years putting in for that, and you may not even get it. And I mean, my dream is to just get a buck tag in Mount Emily. You can also horn hunt up there.
Yep.
Like, it would be so fun, so fun in the Forerunner. Just up there in the
Just mopping
Forerunner
it up.
in the Forerunner with the donuts and the Diet Coke,
Yep.
Pop-Tarts, candy, Snickers bars, just anything unhealthy that you can even think of.
You have to. I mean, you're hiking. You got to work it off, right?
Yeah, you
Gotta
gotta
get some
work
good
it off.
fuel.
You gotta get some good fuel, even though it has a lot of calories. It doesn't really have any nutrients, but hey, whatever.
Who's keeping score?
Yeah, who's
right?
keeping track? But yeah, But yeah, that's just my hunting experience. What
Yeah,
I've done.
it was nice to have you on the stream.
Yeah, I might be on here more.
Yeah,
Just talking about.
I'll see if I can work you into the schedule.
Oh yeah, right. Like you even have a schedule.
All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by. So, have fun, stay safe, and